Live now. Today is 22nd of June, Sunday, 2025. And I'll just begin. Yep, just go to CP31 and this is yesterday's thing. And yes, I was trying to do this offline off the stream, but I discovered that my algorithm would not cut it and it would have to take care of a lot of edge cases, so it is best to just do it in a very general way. And yeah, that is what I am going to do offline, but for now I am beginning the new questions. You are given an array A of n integers. Initially there is only one copy of the given array. Okay, you can do two types of operations. Choose any array and clone it. After three, there is one or more copy of the chosen array. After that, there is one or more copy of the chosen array. Swap two elements from any two copies, maybe in the same copy. Or what the fuck does this mean? You need to find the minimal number of operations needed to obtain a copy where all the elements are equal. I have been given an array of n integers. Initially, there is only one copy of the given array. You can do two operations. Choose any array and clone it. Choose any sub array and clone it. After that, there is one or more copy of the chosen array. Swap two elements from any two copies, maybe in the same copy or on any question. You need to find the minimal number of operations needed to obtain a copy where all elements are equal. I don't get it actually. What the fuck, 7? Okay, but T test. Okay, the first line of each test case contains single integer and then the second line is the element. Okay, and there can be 10 to the power 5 elements, and an array singular element can be plus minus, yeah, integer. It is guaranteed that the sum of n elements over all test cases does not exceed 10 to the power 5. Okay, or singular input the minimum or create at least one copy where all elements are equal. What does that mean? In the first test case, already equal, that's all. The answer is 0. In the second test case, it is possible to create a copy of the given array. After that, there will be two identical arrays. After that, we can swap elements in a way so that all zeros are in one array. Swap these uh, this. What is this? We have two arrays, then this becomes 0, this becomes 0, and okay, this and this, with this and this. Okay, now let's create a copy of the first array. This and this one, and swap 3 and 7 with two zeros. Okay, now let's swap the two remaining elements with the number of zeros, and finally we made a copy where all the elements are equal. Okay, and it took 6 operations. First create a copy, then swap 2, third create another copy, and fourth is swap. Okay, operations are enough. Uh, First create a copy, after that we can swap elements. We're swapping one elements. Okay, we were swapping two. Create copy, swap two elements, three operations, create another copy, swap two elements, and there we are. Okay, makes sense. Okay, and this the answer would be 0. Maximum. Okay, so going into this, my idea is to find the element that appears the maximum number of times and then work with that. Uh, um, be around this and paste and this and this, and also make the change here. DA this and space paste, go back, forward, back to where I was here. And first is n, chain to n, and I know the size of the array, so VA size would be n, and uh, I starting with 0 till n, in a bracket I, after getting all the elements and while getting let's keep maximum, yeah, increase the amount, yeah, cool, maximum in count, that is, yes, so distinct elements. I would need a dictionary, and how to get a dictionary in C++ or something similar, dictionary or something like that in C++. Map is something found in Python, is typically implemented using a standard map or a standard unordered map containers from a standard library, TLS standard template library. These containers store data as key value pairs, and yep, things are stable. That is cool. It is implemented using a self-balancing binary search tree, usually a red black, or that is internal implementation red black tree. A map stores elements in a sorted order based on their keys. This means that when you iterate through a map, the elements will be in increasing order of their keys. That is okay. I mean, okay, I can go with unordered map then. In an unsorted manner, providing average constant time complexity for insertion delete. Yeah, and that is what I need. It is implemented using hash tables. The order of elements is not guaranteed and can change based on hash collision. Undeclared map string to integer. I would want integer to integer. And unordered map of int to int called mp. Yeah. So how do I find if I see AI in there inserting element this iterate through and mp dot has mp dot mp slash ai, if mp slash ai, then mp bracket a I plus plus else mp bracket a I equals 1. Mhm. Yep, and then max the element that is appearing the maximum number of times. Yep, max is initially equal to 0, and after doing that, I will see if the current one is greater than max. If max, shit, I will call it mx, mx equals maximum of mx comma mpa bracket I. I think the syntax is correct. What is unordered map bracket something map key that doesn't exist. That is horrible. Horrible articulation of my thought. Using operator this if key doesn't insert a new key pair into the unordered, the new key will be one you attempted to access, and this associated value will be the default constructor for fundamental types like int key, and this will throw standard out of range exception. This method is useful when you except x using find. This method returns an iterator if the key found. It returns an iterator pointer to the element. If the key is not found, it returns equivalent to map dot end. Okay, or count. This method returns the number of times number of elements with the specified key. Since unordered map stores unique keys, it will return 1 if the key exists and 0 if it doesn't. Mighty dot count p dot p dot count this. If it is 1, then do this, otherwise do this. That's cool. Or finding the key that is appearing the most. Now if mx equals if mx equals n, that is it is already sorted, then we out 0 with a new line. Else if it is not, then the number that is appearing maximum and the length. So multiply the ceiling. Yeah, see out ceiling of n divided by mx backslash n. That seems good enough or wrong. Oh yeah, shit. Yeah. One operation to increase the size of that maximum element. I have to increase the size of that maximum to make the element that is appearing the most number of times to make its quantity twice the number of operations would be, well, 1 to make a copy, and then mx 1 plus mx, and then 1 plus 2 mx, and then 1 plus 3 mx, 1 plus 4 mx, and so on. So int answer initially 0, and while n, I will take a counter. N is greater than mx. This is what we are going to do. Mx answer plus equals 1. Yeah, just add 1, which means I have increased it, and then keep adding 1 to it. There should be a mathematical formula for it. It's 2. Yeah, it should be like n is, and then it becomes equal to 2n mx, then 2mx, then 4mx. Yep. So how many times does it go? I did something similar yesterday and I cannot remember it. Divide that thing by half, divide it by half again, and yeah, when that becomes equal to this thing or less than this thing, then we are going to increase this by twice, right? Is it still small? increase by twice. Is it still small? Mm, yep, 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 yep. Mm, and at some point it will become equal to this, and at some point mx will become greater than n. Right, and my answer would be equal to, again, wait, shit, yes, I can reduce. Yes, I have to swap every single remaining element. So one swap for each of the remaining elements, and one swap for every copy that I make. And so I have to figure out the number of copies that I am going to make. So that will be something like, I have a function which has mx x, then x plus 2x plus 4x, something something. So x into 1 plus 2 plus 4, right? And if I just keep 1x outside, I would have x plus x in bracket, or I can take 2 out. So x plus 2x in bracket 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is equal to 1 plus n plus 1 upon 2, and I had 2. So x plus x bracket x plus xn into n plus 1, and x plus x n into n plus 1, and instead of x, instead of n, let me take k, and k, I have to do this till this becomes greater than n, so I have to increase it, I guess. But no, shit, the sum keeps becoming equal. Yeah. So I will have the current x and int cmx and the sum till now, cumulative mx, and the sum cumulative one is initially equal to 0. Mx becomes that, and cumulative mx plus equals mx. So after making a copy, I increase mx by 2. No, no, I do this later. First I add this, and then I see that it is still small. I create another copy and add that to the answer, and then accumulative mx becomes more. It will become twice, but it should become twice just the first time, and the next time it should become equal. So this should be cmx, and originally I have mx. Guess this should come later. Cmx, add that mx, and the next time I will have twice its number, right? Yep, next time I will have twice its number. And if it is still smaller, then I add that twice number and do that. Yeah, this is cool. And cout ns plus n minus mx. Backslash n. Run this. 0 and 0 is cool. Let's see for this one. Yep, here 0 and 0, right? And it cannot be zero. That is just a horrible answer. Zero is a horrible answer. I have answer equal to 0 initially, and mx should be 2 initially, and n is equal to 6. Okay, so what I do is I see that eh, hello bro, respect, thank you for your respect. Okay, after this 6, uh, yeah. Mhm. Answer is 0 cmx, that is cumulative maximum is equal to maximum initially, and if n is still greater or even, nah, if it is equal then we are good to go. If it is greater then I have to make a copy, add the current maximum value to cumulative maximum value, and then make maximum equal to twice maximum. So 0 0, yep, 0 0 and 2. So 2 is smaller than 6, answer becomes plus 1, answer becomes equal to 1, and cmx becomes equal to 4, and mx becomes equal to 4. The next time, is it smaller? Yes, it is. 6. 4 is smaller than 6, so answer becomes 2, and cmx becomes 8, which is pretty big. So we are good to go. And 8 is not smaller than n. So we go out, and answer is 2 at this point, and 2 plus 6, my, oh shit, mx also increased. Yes, okay, okay, okay. And swaps is n minus mx. So, and cpy for copy, and cpy, and for cpy, cpy, and plus swaps. I guess this will work, or it will never end. Okay, it did end. Wait, that is cool. That is cool. It will work. Let's see if it is true. I'm trying to think of cases when it will break. Let's see. Documents. Programming. Copy. Programming. 1900. The name of the question is B. Array cloning. B. Array cloning. Go. Uh, Running test one. Okay. Time exceeded on test 13. It took quite a bit of time for only one test cases, and 10,000. Oh shit, yes, I do not have to store them in an array. C, and instead of, yes, I have a pretty beautiful sequence here. Percent S A I, replace that with C. Yes, it is not just. That's question mark A? No shit, it is and S A A percent A is how to replace in new. Find and replace a new percent is, that is what I was doing. This percent is a percent is a bracket. I replace that with C. How 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 to Replace text in your percent s. That is what I'm doing. Semicolon percent s slash Waldo or something, the text that I want to replace, and then slash c slash g. Shit, that is messed up. Okay, shit. Now I get it. This percent s a backslash this I backslash empty and this with C globally. Cool. CB and this, and yes, that is cool and working. Submit. See, that should work. This, it is taking time. Shit, it is taking time. Time limit exceeded. Why? N is large in this case. I think it is because mx became too large. And that is why it is taking time. Or I need to have a formula for this thing, I think. No, it is doable. It is becoming twice every time, so it should be doable. It is only 100,000, 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. Memory 0 KB, 100. Millisecond is 1 second. Time limit exceeded. This one only took 31 millisecond. That is cool. And 4 KB. 4 KB is quite a bit of memory, I think. Yeah. This one took 40 KB. It is also quite a bit of memory. 9. This. It replaced with 2. I'll put 7. Yes. For this. Maximum amount. Maximum of that or this. That is. It is constant time, so that is cool, and I can have memory that I am having. Which is this CPUR copy plus 1. This is cool. This is cool. So why is this taking this long? On zero class. It goes on and on and on. Only one test case with this many elements, and I think all of them are different. And if that is the case, yeah, I want to see how far along the program I'm going. Count C out 0 if mx equals 0, if mx equals n, else make a copy. How many times I have to copy this, swap. Okay, let's solve this formula. This one. I need to get the value of k here. So k becomes equal to, or like k is less than n minus x, and shit, k square actually, k square x into k square plus kx. How do you solve this? You solve this one. Kx, xa, and plus x minus n. This thing, this has to be greater than 0. And for that, you would have k square, k, and this. So d equal, that is, answer equals minus x plus minus bracket under root of b square, that is just x square minus 4ac, I guess, minus 4 into 4x into x minus n, x minus n, this whole thing divided by 2, divided by 2x. So I have to put this formula, and n is going to be greater than x, so this will be negative, this will be positive, therefore a root of positive number will be positive, but this will be negative, and x will make this negative, so d will become negative, which is not desirable. D cannot be negative, so this will be positive. So oh, that makes sense. To copy this thing and I'll write it here instead of this. K becomes equal to this x square. This is correct. No, and yeah, that is wrong. Okay, that is wrong. Power. Yes, power. And what is the syntax? First comes the base x and then the power, that is 2. Wait, I don't have an x, it is mx in our case. That power x square minus 4 into mx into within bracket I have mx minus n and mx minus n. This thing has to be greater than equal to 0. So for what value of k is this greater than equal to 0? It will only be greater than equal to 0. I guess I'm doing the right thing here. After that, power, take this whole thing and 0.5 and then power. All of this is inside power. Yes, all of this is inside power. And from this subtract x or mx and then divide by 2 into mx. That is cool, I guess. And then k. K would be the number of times I do the swapping and no, and the number of times I have to copy. This is wrong. That is horribly wrong. It is up and down all over the place. Shit. I have to come back to this. Oh yeah, I will do this optimization on my own later, or I can go to the tutorial right now. Mine is B, array cloning technique. Let's see. We'll use a greedy technique. Let's find the most common element in the array. Let's let it be unable to parse markup. Let it occur. Uh, okay, there is a markup. Okay, oh, that's cool. Times in the array. Then let's make a copy where all the elements are something. To do that, we can make a copy of the given array and put all. Thanks for the fast editorial. Also, thanks for the fast system testing. Thanks for the fastest editorial. Some fast editorial. Fast editorial. Can someone explain to you with more detail? Okay, after every competition, it seems that there are these editorials where the answer is new an array. Now we'll be numeric algorithm for the new array until we get a copy with numbers. Yeah, mine seems to be correct. Make AP arithmetic progression. Polycarp has three positive integers. It has only been 37 minutes. Polycarp has three positive integers a, b, and c. He can perform the following operations exactly once. Okay, three positive integers and perform these operations. Choose a positive integer m and multiply exactly one of the integers a, b, c by m. Okay, can Polycarp make it so that after performing the operations, the sequence of the three numbers ABC in this order forms an arithmetic progression? Note that you cannot change the order of ABC. Wait, but and multiply exactly one of the integers by m. Okay, okay. Formally, a sequence of AP is okay, same difference, right? For example, the following sequence of AP are these are AP. Okay, okay. This is AP, this is AP, this is AP, this is AP, this is not AP, not AP, not AP. You need to answer T independent test cases. Right. T and right. Cool. There. CVV boilerplate. Boilerplate. Till. Okay, yes. MRC go down and that is true now. That is cool. 6 and A B B C in A B C and then ABC take ABC and yes, so D I can multiply A B or C by some number. uh, yep, if A and that number could be positive or negative. Okay. Yes. So how many different configurations can I have? A is, let's say, smaller than A and B. Then right, either B. The if A is smaller than C and also B, then I have to increase C. Right. And M is an integer, positive integer M, right? Okay. In this case, the answer would be 4. In this case, the answer would be 4. Okay, I just have to output yes or no. It is positive integer, so the only operation I can do is increase the number and not decrease it. Uh, yeah, increase the number and not decrease it. So to make an AP, I need to have A the smallest and B and C larger ones. But if A is, yeah, A either has to be the greatest or the lowest, and yeah, A has to be the greatest or the lowest. It cannot be in middle. If it is in middle, then I won't be able to do anything with uh, I won't be able to do anything, right? Uh, Here in this case, I can multiply 1 by 2. That would be cool. So A has to be either the lowest or the greatest. That would be cool. If A, A minus B, B minus A, and C minus A has to be positive. Right. If B minus A greater than 0, greater than or like equal to 0, and C minus A also greater than equal to 0, in that case we have something, and else if A minus B greater than equal to 0, that is A is the largest, and A minus C greater than equal to 0, that is, in this case, A is the largest, A can be the smallest, A cannot be in middle. A cannot be in middle because then C is either above it or below it, and if C is below it, then I cannot increase a number. Fuck, I can increase C to be equal to that, and if B is the lowest, then I can increase B to be equal. Yeah, shit. Yeah, shit. What would be the times cases in which I would like to increase A? That would be when A is smaller than it needs to be. Right, that would mean when A needs to be bigger than it is, and that would be when C is when B is greater than C and A is smaller than B. And when would I want to increase B? I would want to increase B if and only if A and C do not match each other. In either case, I would like to increase B, and I would like to increase C if and only if B minus A is a positive integer and C is smaller than B. That would be the only case I would like to increase C. So first, increasing A, I would only increase A when B minus C is greater than or equal to 0, and A minus B is not equal to B minus C. That will be the only case, and now I have to find a number with which I multiply A. So A number X should be equal to, should be such that X, yeah, B minus C should equal to X mysterious number into A, X into A minus b. Yeah. In float x float x equals and a b there. All right. 2 into b minus c whole thing divided by a. What? Yeah, whole thing divided by a d to some reason. Result of integer division used. Float. And now I need to see if there is a remainder with 1. If x remainder 1. Okay, shit, it will not. Yeah. If there is a decimal point, how to check if a float has decimal in C++. How do I do that? Has decimal is a function. Has decimal is the standard absolute f float mod. It's not that small. Yes. F mod of x comma 1.0. If that is equal to something, then and not possible is bool not done is false. If not mod, then done is true. Now when I else done is false, like it is already false. Now else if when I want to increase b, I would only want to increase b when a is not equal to c and when a isn't equal to c, a is not equal to c and b is not equal to a and b. Shit. Okay, what am I even trying to do here? First, I'm seeing if I can increase a. I can increase a in some certain cases, and if I do successfully increase a, then we are good to go. And I should check for some base case. What if it already is a boolean? Already is a AP. A minus b equals b minus c. B minus c. If that is the case, then done is true, else false. And I'm only increasing b when that thing is positive, and a minus b is not equal to b minus c. That is true. And if a is not equal to c, So I'm saying this here. If A minus B equals B minus C, if it doesn't equal 5 below 8, else then is true. And here, if this is not true, if A is not equal to C and B is either less than or equal to A, or B is either less than or equal to C. And if this, I could be increasing them, yeah. Right, now I want to increase B, and if A greater than C, else if A is greater, then I want some x into B minus A, like A minus some x into B equals x into B minus some C. That is what I want, and let's say float x would be equal to A plus C divided by 2B divided by 2 into B divided by 2 into B. Is that correct? Divided by B divided by 2. Yes, that is correct. Float, and if mod x with 1.0, then equals, otherwise it already is false. Now here in this case, 0 concurrent viewers, that is good. And here in this case, x would be equal to, I would like to increase B in such a way that, I think this would be true anyway. Yeah, it doesn't matter which one is the smaller or the greater. Yeah. Select, delete. I can even delete this. Now, if I would like to increase C, if and only if and only if A minus B is greater than 0. No. If and only, what did I say before? Above. If and only if, shit, I don't have to check for that. DFC. If B minus C is greater than 0, then increase A, or in that case also I would like to increase A, right? When B is there, but C is there. Yep. I would also like to increase A in that case also. Either this or the other way around. Or and shit. Anyways, shit. Right. I either increase A, I increase B, or I increase C. Doesn't matter. Redefinition. If it is already done, If it is not done, then first try to increase a, see if it is true, and go, and then try to since I'm trying to increase C, then I would want A minus B should be equal to B minus C, B minus C into X, whatever X is, and to find X, X would be equal to A minus 2B, A minus 2 into B, A minus, or more like 2B minus A. This goes there. Yeah, 2B minus A divided by C. And this is true, then do this. And at the end, if done, then see out yes with a new line, else see out no with the new line. Let's see. Wrong answer for the second last, this and this. Why this? First I tried to, I said yes. Why did I say yes? Mm. Concurrent your 2 1 1. At which point did this become equal to yes? Did done become equal to true? And this 2 into b minus c divided by a. So 2 into b becomes 2. 2 into b, what the fuck? 2 into b minus c divided by a. 2 into b minus c, that is 1, divided by a, 2 should become equal to 0 0.5, which is not cool. So we are not good with that. Then I have a plus c into 2b divided by 2b. A plus c 3 divided by 2. That is still 1.5 and not good. Then we have 2 into b minus a divided by c. 2 into b minus a, 0. 0 divided by 1 is 0. Shit. Hmm. 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 So if either two of them are equal, then I might have a problem. Yes, this thing, and x is not equal to 0, right? X cannot be equal to 0. Yeah, not this, and x, and x. That is like x has to be something, and x, and x. See now, correct answer, cool. X cannot be 0. B make AP dot CPP. B make AP dot CPP. I guess it will be wrong. Shit. I think I'm doing something terribly wrong, not just in this one thing, but in general. On the fourth one, on the three, fourth, this one. 114. 114. 114. 114. This should be true, right? If I, no, this is not true. Plus 1 becomes 2. Yeah, this is not true. The difference of this and difference of that multiplied by this. 2b minus c, and we have 1, 1, 4, and 2b minus c divided by a. 2b is 2 minus c, 4 minus 2 divided by a. Minus 2 divided by 1 is minus 2, and shit, and x has to be greater than 1, greater than 0, greater than 0, greater than 0. Now let's see. Hmm, cool, accepted. Make a be old grasshopper. It has been only 1 hour. Shit, feels longer than that. The grasshopper is located on the numeric axis at the point with coordinate x naught. Okay, singular axis, having nothing else to do, he starts jumping between integer points on the axis. We can jump from a point with coordinate x with a distance d to the left. Moves the grasshopper to a point with the coordinate x minus d. While jumping to the right, it becomes equal to x plus d. The grasshopper is very fond of positive integers. So for each integer I starting with 1, and the following holds. Exactly I minutes after the start, he makes a jump with the distance of exactly I, so that in the first minute he jumps 1, then by 2, then so on. The direction of jump is determined as follows. If the point where the grasshopper was before the jump has an even coordinate, the grasshopper jumps to the left, otherwise he jumps to the right. For example, if after 18 consecutive jumps he arrives at a point with a coordinate 7, so he will jump to the right. He will jump a 19 distance to the right, since 7 is an odd number and will end up at 26, and then he will jump 20 numbers to the left. Is an even integer. Next, the grasshopper will make a jump to a distance by 20, so he will go to 6. Find which one the grass after n jumps. That should be easy. That is just b, and put t, and then I have x and then n, and x can be pretty big and n also can be pretty big, so big integers coming in. CPP, boilerplate, and now go there, enter boilerplate, and now yep, it will int 6 n, and wait, what is it called there? It is called x and n, right? X is the starting point and n is the number of jumps. X and n, c into x into n, c into x and into n, and then yes, he starts one jump, one initially. He has to see where he is in the x axis. Now if x remainder 2, that is odd, and else even. If odd, he starts by jumping to the left 1, then 2 to the right, which cancels the one, that he took initially, and then one more to the right, which is just his 1 to the left, 1 and one more, one more, and then initially he's at 0, so nope, no escalator, just in my head. Initially at 0, then goes 1 to the left in odd case, then 1 2 to the right, then 1 2 3 to the left, and 1 2 3, and is right 3, and 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 5. So set, right, I have my keys. 0 1 1 2 moves 1 to the right, and 3 1 2 3, and then 4 1 2 3 4, then 5 1 2 3 4 5, and 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. On the nth move, the formula would be, if he started by going left, then on first move he is 1 to the left, he is on -1, and the second move, yeah, I would have to see if the integer is odd, then I will be at left point. If the integer is even, then I will be on the right point. Right, and if it is odd, then 1 3 4 5 6 7, and 2 4. Okay, yes. So if n divided by 2, remainder by 2, if n is even, if n is odd, then I'm on the left, and so see out the position would be initial position minus n minus 1 divided by 2 is line, and else see out would be on the right, x plus n, n divided by 2 by class n. It, this holds broad one, so this is cool. Yeah, and else that is, initially I was on an even number, then initially I'll go to the right, and then to the left, then to the right. So if n is odd, then I'm on the right. If n odd, then I'm on the right, and answer would be n to n minus 1, like similar to this, just it would be plus, and in this it would be minus. I think I can change them. If this is odd and this is also odd, then I subtract. But yeah, yeah, they are not the same. Yep. If it is even, then go to the left. Right. Wrong answer for all of them. That is cool. Expected -1. Why? Uh, 1. I should have moved 1. And there should have been 1. Initially it was 0. So if it was 0, then I should have moved to the right, not to the left. Okay, odd is my bad. My bad. Okay, if it is odd, then this, then why, right? Shit. Shit. If not, if not, remainder, that is even. If even, then If even and so if x is even, then I go to the left, and if n is all, if n is odd at even, I will go to the left, and no shit, instead of -1, I have to go +1, right? +1 divided by 2 and minus, yes, and in this just divide by 2 and go back, and in this let's see if it works, and it does, not for everything though. For the third case it is not working. 10 and 10, I'm initially at 10, so I will go to the left, one left, and the answer should be, since I'm going to the left initially and this is even, so left, right, eventually I will end up on right side, and right side at 15 would be the answer. But no, due to some reason I'm not at 15. Why? I go 1 and 1 2 and 3 and 4 3 or 5 10. Shit. Mm, mm. Initially I am at 10, then I move 1 to the left, and shit, then I am at 9, which is odd. Then I go 1 to the right, 2 to the right, that is I am at 11. Then I go 3 to the left, I'm at 8. Then I go 4 to the right at 12. So shit, this should work. Let's see. Since first to in the 10th one, 10 and 10. These are cool. This one is messed up, and that is also messed up. This is messed up by 6. This is messed quite a bit up. The fourth one, 1 2 3 4 99. So, and initially I go to the left, and that thing is also odd, so at the end I will be on the left, not on the right. Even means I need to go left. One followed by, what's it? Makes a jump with a distance of exactly 1, with the distance of exactly I. Then my 2, then so on. The next one jump is the point of the point where the grasshopper was before the jump has has and before the jump has an even coordinate. The grasshopper jumps to the left, otherwise to the right. Initially, if no remainder, that is even, then I will initially go to the left, and if n is odd, then I will eventually end up on the left. And if that is the case, n is odd, +1 x minus that rule, and else x plus n by 2 even 10. Yes, shit, this should work, but it is not working. Else if n is odd and initially I'm going to the right, then I will end up to the right by the end. Does not make sense. I also have coffee. C out x plus n plus 1 divided by 2. If n is odd, then I'll go to the left or to the right. I would go in the direction that was initially chosen. And distance would be uh, if n remainder 2. If I'm doing something very bad. There's some logical mistake, some logical mistake, some logical mistake. I'm going to escalator. Initially, at some point here, then I make a jump. I say to the right. Then the next jump will be to the left 2 times. I'll be here. Then the next jump will be to the right 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then the next jump would be 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here. And then the next jump would be 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the next jump would be 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And so if I were initially going to the right and n is odd, then I end up to the side where I was initially going. Otherwise, I go to the opposite side. If n is 1, then I just have to find the number of steps. I just have to wait. What do I actually have to output? Print exactly t lines on the ith line. Print coordinate of the point the grasshopper will be after making n jumps from the starting point x naught. Or 1, 0, 1. Yes. Why is it 11 in the third case? It cannot be 11 in the third case. Why is it 11? It should not be 11. Grasshopper to the right 9. Initially goes to the left. Yes. Initially goes to the left and it is odd. Ends up on the left. Right. So M4 his answer will be negative. It is according to me, but not according to the computer. Bruh. Wait, shit. Right. Shit, 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 shit. Shit, of course, my implementation is wrong. Shit. But I do not want to simulate this thing. Yes, it will not always go like that. Because in the third case, when I'm jumping again, 1, even, odd, even, then I will go left, right, and shit, there is no formula for that. Right. So this thing is wrong. This is not how someone would move. Someone would move more like this. Like this. Initially, let's say I'm at odd place, then I move one to the right. Now I am at even place, so I go move to the right, to the left twice. Now I'm still right. I was initially at odd, then even, then odd, even, and then I would move three, one, two, three to the left, and so this was one, two, this was even, odd. I move four to the right, one, two, three, four, right here, which is the initial position. Four, and then initially I was at odd, so I'm still at odd, and four. Now I move five to the right, one, two, five, five, one, two, three, four, and this is the fifth place. This was even, odd, even, odd, even, even, and I'll move six to the left for even. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, that is more like the pattern that we are going to follow. And how do I know? Six and then seven to the left. And since this was even, does this make sense? Do I want to simulate? Nope. Nope. There has to be a formula. A smart one. If I'm currently at even, shit. Did you give contest yet? ABC were pretty easy. I did not give the contest yesterday. I had some things that I had to do. I was reading a book, but I'm struggling on this one. Shit, I actually feel stupid. Uh, but I will stream for 2 hours at least. That is the goal. Mm, maybe I can go to a tutorial. Or first think about this on my own. Hmm. Mm. If I am an odd number, then I have to go to the right. And if n if the jump that I'm making is even, then I go in the same direction, right? And then the jump would be odd. And wait, shit. Yes, if my current jump is even, then I will be at even if I was originally at even, and odd if I was originally at odd. Therefore, I would have to jump once more in the same direction, but now my jump would be odd, and that would mean I have to come back, and that would also mean that, right, in this, initially I was here and I had to go to the right, and initially the jump was odd, so when I jumped I had to turn back, and since it was odd, now it is even, and since now it is even, I have to go in the same direction. But now, since it is odd, I go to the opposite direction. And now it is even. Since this one was odd, this one is even. I go in the same direction. Then in the opposite twice. And then in the same. Then turn, turn. Then turn, turn. Then turn, turn. Oh shit, yes, I think this is the pattern. So I jumped how many? 7 times, I guess, here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is the seventh. Then I go 8 times to the right, whatever, wherever that is, and then 9 times to the right, and then turn around 10 times to the left, 11 times here, then turn around 12 and 13 times, and then 14 and then 15 times, and then turn around, go twice, turn around. Okay. So if n is odd, can I do something about that? If I am initially here and n is odd, then I will go there. Otherwise, I'll go there. Let's say n is 5, and if n is 5, then I will go in whatever direction, arbitrarily, left or right, doesn't matter. Once, then go in the opposite direction twice, then 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 twice. So I just first have to subtract 1, and then whatever number I get would be twice here, twice here, twice here, twice here, twice here, twice here, right? And so I can say that my starting point is this, and then I will be moving 2, then 3 times here, then 4 plus 5 times here, and so 2 plus 3 5, and then 4 plus 5. So this is, let's say, x times here and x plus 1 times here, and then x plus 1 and x plus 2, and then x plus 3. So in total 3 times to the right, and then 3 times to the right from my starting point, which actually is true. 1 2 3. Yes, this is 1 2 3 4 8. X to the left, and then x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 2 here, so 1 extra, and plus 1 from this, and then x plus 3. So in total I moved 5 to the left and 9 to the right, that is 4, not 3. And why is that 4? X, I moved x, 2x plus 1 to the left, and 2x plus 5 to the right. Okay, shit, yes. So 4 to the right, and then so now I'm here, and then 4 to the left, 4 to the right, and then starting from here, I should be moving this, x plus this should be 4 to the right. Right, so after changing my initial point, I will be moving in distances of 4 first. If n is now even or odd, it depends on that. If n is odd, I will be at a middle point. First, I will see how many 4 moves I can make, and the number of 4 moves I can make, the number of 4 I mean the number of 4s I can get in n, that would be cool. For everyone, I will be moving 4 steps in one direction, from the starting one, and then right. So this would be like something like, initially I'm at, if initially even, then I will move to the left. So x minus, I moved 1 step to the left, and then x minus 4 into n minus 1, and this whole thing, and minus 1 because I moved 1 step, and minus 1 divided by 4. and after making whole number of moves to the left, I will be seeing how the remainder is. Now if in rem equals n minus 1, remainder will 4. Yeah, and see, that's good. If rem equals 0, then one case, and else if rem equals 1, then one case, else if rem equals 2, then one case, and else if rem equals 3, then one case. 0, then don't actually have to do anything. Yes, so I'll just remove that. If remainder is 1, that is after moving that last move, wherever it was, I have to move once in the opposite direction. That will be my last move. So, and that would make x minus n. Now I have two moves, so I move twice to the left. Yep, twice to the left, minus 2 into n minus 1. And if it is 3, then I move n minus 2, then wait, n minus 2, n minus 1, and plus n minus 2 to the left, n minus 2 to the 1 minus n minus 1 to the left. That would be n minus 3, 2n minus 3 into the left, and n to the right. That would be n minus 2n, so minus n. Fuck. 2n minus 3 minus n, so n minus 3 to the left. Yes, that is cool. n minus 3 to the left. Now, if it was the other way, that is, if it was even, then I would go to the right, and this would be to the right, and this. Shit. Okay. Uh, this has to be positive. This also has to be positive. This also has to be positive, and all of these are good as negative. See out x. Shit. Wrong answer in just the second last one. That is fucking crazy. Just when n is 0. Okay. When n is 0, just return nothing. When this. When. Uh, if n. If, if n. If not n. Then we have. If n. Like. If n. Then do all of this stuff. Yeah. Correct answer. Shit, I actually did it. This is B, odd grasshopper. B, odd grasshopper. Submit. Okay. Let's see. I'm expecting wrong, but it says accepted. Okay. Okay. Shit, I was going to see the tutorial after this. Shit, but I did it. Okay. Odd grasshopper, AB balance. It's been 1 hour 36 minutes. Shit, why do I keep looking at the time? Okay, shit, this is a PDF. Shit. AB balance. Repetitive programming. 900 AP balance. Not as cool. Hmm. Yep. Okay. You are given a string S of length n consisting of characters A and or B. Okay. Only two characters. That is the alphabet. Let A, B, S be the number of occurrences of a string A, B and S as a substring, and analogically BA is the number of occurrences of BA in the string as a. Okay. In one step, you can choose an index I and replace SI with A or B. What is the minimum number of steps you need to make achieve AB equals to BA? Reminder, the number of occurrences of string D in S as substring is the number of indices such that is equal to D. For example, in this AB occurs 2 times since there are only two indices. This and then this one. Yes, okay. Input the string and that. Okay. It should be doable. Let's see. Boilerplate, then string s and clean s and find the number of times AB occurs. There should be a function. There should be a function. Um, the substring function returns the first index, but I want to see how many times. How to see in C++ how many times a substring. Okay, I guess, but mine would be much better. Triple L I 0 till s dot size, right, right, s dot size, and size equals s dot size till size and int ab com ab equals 0 comma ba both equals to 0, and if less than size -1, if si plus shit, no, if si equals a and si plus 1 equals b, then ab plus, and else if si then ba plus, replace this with b, find b, replace a. Now I have A and B. AB. And the minimum number of operations. Okay. What should be the ideal thing I can do? They're asking output. I can just make all of them. Minimum number of steps you need to make. You need to do with the characters A or B in one step. Okay, what is the minimum number of steps you need? Do AB equals B. For each, if there are multiple answers, print any of them. For each test case, print the resulting string as making the minimum number of steps. Okay, with the minimum number of steps. So if I have AB, then B or BA and AB. They could be overlapping, they could not be overlapping. Right? They could be overlapping, they could not be overlapping. And if their number is different, then I would have to do something. If AB greater than BA, else if BA greater than AB, else just C out as with the new line that is. Otherwise, AB I need to increase the number of BA, and I can only either that A which I have at the other side. I need to change B's into A's or A's, either A or B. I can add both, either A or B. So I either change A into B or B into A. And if that overlaps with the A or B's which are making up my A or B, then I increase BA by 1 and decrease AB by twice. And yes, in to make it in the minimum number of steps, then I would, yeah, to make it the minimum number of steps, I would try to find the places where I can change the ABs into BA, which are making up my AB count. So I would be decreasing the number of AB and at the same time increasing the number of BA. That would be the most efficient one. And after that, there would be, yeah, it doesn't matter if I'm increasing AB or in and decreasing AB or increasing BA. It would both be the same thing. Mhm, mhm. Wait, no, I can see which one is greater. If B absolute of this thing, okay, and abs AB equal absolute of AB minus BA, and int abs BA equals absolute of BA minus AB, right? And if abs AB is greater than abs BA, then this, else if abs BA greater than abs AB, then this, and else they are the same. Now, absolute this number of ABs that are greater. Uh, what the heck am I even doing? Both of these are same. Shit. Yes, I will in both the cases increase and decrease. That's it. Mhm. If this is the case, then I need to find a, first of all, I need to find ABs which can be converted into BAs, and that would only be the ABs where ABs I can convert the first A into B, and that would result in AB if I have a B before A, right? No, I want it to be BA. Converting the first A into B would not help, right? And the B that I have later, converting that into a A would also not help. Shit. So I cannot decrease and increase at the same point. All I can do is, so the minimum number of steps would include either increasing or decreasing. Shit. And if I have a sequence of A's or a sequence of B's, and if I increase one, so my thing, yeah, so what I cannot do is decrease the count of the greater one and increase the count of the smaller one at the same time. What I can hope for, the best thing is that when I'm increasing the count of the smaller one, uh, then at that point I'm not by chance also increasing the count of the larger one. That is what I have to avoid. So the optimal one would be, the optimal step would be, first most preferred step would be making BAs the smaller one, while not at the same time increasing the amount of ABs. And that would only be possible B or A if I have a string of A's and I change one A into B. I would not pref I would only prefer to change A's AB. Shit, can I even do that? If I have a string of B's, A. Shit. B. How many ABs do I have here? Right. If I have a string of A, then a string of B, then a string of A, then a string of B, then a string of A, then a string of B. So if the first and the last one are same, then they are same the number of ABs that I have. So I do not have to make any changes. One, one AB and one BA, and one AB and one BA. That is cool. But if they are different, then I have one more than the other, right? And if that is the case, then I have to make them same. Right? Yes. So if yes, in this case also, there is AB is more. If it is starting at A and ending at B, then I will have to change this B into A. That will make it cool. And if I have this string, then if I make this into A, then I will have AB. I just have to change the last one. Shit. None of this is required. I simply have to change the last one. If A dot, if S is like 0 starting, is not equal to s dot back. Let me add this thing also there. Dot back. Let's define b for dot back, but that would mess things up quite a bit, right? Yeah. Let's make it capital B. If they are not equal, then s bracket s bracket size s dot or size minus 1 equals s bracket 0, or I can change the first one, doesn't matter. Yes, I can change the first one as 0, or I don't even have to check if they are same, then they are same. Shit, I don't even have to check. I don't have to do anything. Shit, see out, taking the string and s bracket 0 equals s dot back, and then just return the string. Is this too simple? It does not match this, but I have BA and AB same number of times. Like this is cool. This is cool. This is not cool. AB AB. Why did it become equal to B? Mhm. Why did it become equal to B? It should have remained. Let me run it on my own. 100 blank. The name of the problem is AAB balance. A balance out. Class out. And what is this? B B B. Yes, shit. This should four cases. These are the whole four cases. Yeah, then that is fucking awesome. Cool. Cool. AAB imbalance. AAB. AAB imbalance. It should have been. Oh, submit. Mm. Is either not equal or equal. Running on test 2. Test 4 keeps on running. It is taking quite a bit of time and it is done. I think it is the most optimal solution because I'm doing only one step. Let's see. Tutorial. AV imbalance. Let's look at the first and last character of S. Note that if S first equal to N, where N is the length, then ABS is always equal to B, and it can be ruled, for example, by induction if otherwise. Yeah, cool. This one was cool. And now this. ABC were pretty easy, and this will be the last one. It is given. It is given. It is given a positive integer n. In one move, one can select any single digit and remove it. In one move, one can select any remove it. That is, one selects one position in the number and removes the digit located at that position. The operation cannot be performed if only one digit remains. Okay, I have a non-zero thing. If the resulting number contains leading zeros, they are automatically removed. Okay, example, if one removes the number this, the third digit, the resulting number would be 3225, right? If one removes from this the 2, the first is the resulting number would be this. The two leading zeros are automatically known. What is the minimum number of steps to get a number such that it is divisible by 25 and positive, and it is guaranteed that for each n occurring in the input, the answer exists. Occurring in the input, okay. The answer exists. It is guaranteed that the number n has no leading zeros. It is guaranteed that n has no leading zeros. Okay. In here, I will have to remove these three. In here, no. In here, just this. In here, shit. I will have to remove these three. In here, I will have to remove these two. Hmm. Is this a two-pointer thing? 0 or 5? At the end, I would want something like a 0 or a 5, and if I have 0 here, then on the other side I would either want 0 or 5, right? And if I have 5 on the last digit, then I would want a 2 or 7 on the second last digit. Hmm. Shit, that will be the end of today's stream. It has been quite a bit. It has not been 2 hours, but it is about to be 2 hours, and due to some reason I feel exhausted. And yeah, I want to read some theory. I want to read this thing because I'm just traveling further ahead without understanding the things that I have already done. I have not read anything. I only read like the introduction part, input, output, working with numbers. Yeah, I'm working with numbers a bit. I have read shortening code, that is about C++ programming language and macros and stuff like that. Then mathematics, yes, I have read mathematics a bit. Yep, yeah, these formulas for square we have n into n plus 1 into 2 n plus 1 divided by 6 and all that. Then we have geometric progression, and I have not read about the harmonic and other stuff. I have not done set theory. So yeah, I want to read and I'll read that when I come across stuff. Learn as you come across stuff. I mean, I just did the last problem about strings, so no, not this one, but AB balance. And I don't know what theory I should read, so my approach is like I will be doing questions, and if I can see which theory was being applied there, then I might go and look up and read about it. But if I cannot see, I will be on the side also reading the book so that while I'm solving problem, it might relate to something that I read in the book. Don't just read first. Black box techniques. Black box techniques. Well, isn't that a very general term? Black box techniques. Black box testing is a software testing approach that focuses on the external behavior of a system without considering. Yeah, it is a very general term, but that is just abstraction, right? Because but it would not help much. It is just a framework of thinking about things, because in this C++ I would have to be writing in competitive programming. Everything I'm writing on my own. So it would only help in organizing stuff in my mind, but not in coming up with ideas which would help me solve the problem. That is how I feel about that, and yeah, we'll be ending the stream now.